Hey, this is Dave Englert here with KSM TV and another episode of How To. And today we're talking about how to find a good roofing company or a good roofer for your house. And we are fortunate here today because we have Jonathan Gaspard with us from Gaspard and Morgan Construction. And he's taken time out of his busy schedule to do this interview and talk with us about how you should go about finding a good roofer. So, Jonathan, I really appreciate you being here, and I know you're a busy guy, and I do appreciate you taking this time.
My pleasure, Dave. Thanks for having me.
Sure. So the question is, when someone is in need of a roof, or they've got a leaky roof, or their roof needs to be replaced, I think most people don't really know where to begin in finding someone that can do the job correctly, because we've all heard horror stories of things like this happening. So, you know, if you were to give me some advice, how would I go about? Where would I start in trying to find a good roofer that I could trust and know that I would get a good job from?
Well, it's a great question. There's a number, being in the internet age, there's a number of different tools that are available to the consumer to be able to take part of. One of them being that most of the major manufacturers of roofing products out there right now, whether it's Owen Corning or GAF, which we're certified with, they have a list of your geographical area of people who are certified to install their products to their specifications. Now that's a great place to start, because most manufacturers, they all vary from time to time, but most of them do some sort of background check, some sort of financial check, to make sure that, you know, they're legitimate companies, because if they're going to be putting a manufacturer's warranty with these companies on the install, they want these companies to be there to honor those warranties if it ever came back to them having to go back and do it.
Yeah, that's great. That's great advice. You had mentioned to me, as we were talking before the interview a little bit, that there are different certifications that you can get with roofing. So is that really important for someone looking for a roofer to find one that has a certification?
Yeah, it's extremely important. If there's going to be a roofing company that's out there that's wanting to take their clientele serious, their service serious for their customers, they're going to do what needs to be done to continue their education and to better their installation practices. Different manufacturers have different level of requirements. GAF, who we're certified with, also certifies about 10% of my geographic region. Now they limit that to a geographic region because they don't want their quality to suffer from installers. So what they do is they limit the geographic region. They require background checks for their companies, face-to-face meetings, financiability records, and tax. Basically, make sure that you're current with your state tax and that you're not going to, you know, be out of compliance with your state and be forced to shut down. Manufacturers don't have those necessary levels of requirements, but they still have levels of requirements. So it's important that no matter who you choose, they have some kind of manufacturer's certification with them, saying that there is actually a manufacturer that's going to go back there and back them, not just the company, because that means they have some level on different strata accountability to the manufacturer. Now, if they don't have a certification, there's no accountability there. There's no guarantee that they know how to actually install and apply the product that they're saying they're going to install and apply, and they could just disappear at any point.
Makes a lot of sense. So once you have a roof installed, is there any kind of maintenance that should be done on a roof?
Yes. If you have a house, it's very, very the branches stay at least 2 to 3 foot off of the surface of your roof, because what does happen is the wind will blow those branches onto your roof, and they will actually scrape all the way through the material into the deck. therefore thereby making a leak and can rot your decking, cause damage inside, cause mildew and mold, just because the branches are rubbing back and forth on the surface of the roof. You also want to make sure that your valleys are always clear of leaves and debris, because what happens is if they set on top of your material, they'll hold water and moisture directly on the surface of the material and actually cause your shingle to rot. And if you have metal in your valleys, it'll cause it to rust out, and thereby creating a leak in your most part of your roof.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, there are different types of roofing materials. Are there any specific ones that people should steer away from, or that are possibly better than others?
It will be determined on your geographic region. The lowest form these only have a 60-mile-an-hour wind rating, and they only usually have a warranty between 20 and 25 years. So if you live in a high wind area, or you have a 2-story or higher house, these are usually not a great choice to put on your house. However, if you live in a low wind area and being there a while, that'd be a great selection. If you live in a place like Texas, Oklahoma, or places that have high hail, a great product to look into would be hail impact resistant shingles. Almost all manufacturers have some sort of hail impact resistant shingles available on the market today. What those is they're called class 4s. Your insurance company in those geographic regions can often put discounts on your homeowner's insurance by getting these, because they're less likely to get damaged by those regions. Very often get a lot of hail. If you live in places like Florida, you want to look for something with high wind ratings that are Miami-Dade certified. In other words, they go up to at least 120-mile-an-hour wind ratings. So there are different products available throughout the United States that apply to certain situations. So you just need to make sure that wherever you live, where high snow, high wind, high hail, high storms, what shingle is going to be best for your project in those areas.
Yeah, great advice. Super advice. Now, your company, if I were looking to have a roof put on and I gave you a call, or one of our viewers would give you a call, what kind of experience could they expect from you? And you've been around the roofing business for a number of years, and that's why we wanted to interview you. So tell us a little bit about your story as far as how you got into the roofing business, your experience, and what someone might expect if they called you to do a roofing job for them.
Well, our company focuses on 3 main things: quality, confidence, and the customer experience. The reason that we focus on those 3 things is because of what's been passed down in my family. When I was 10 years old, my dad bought me my first hammer, and for my 10th birthday, the big surprise that I was actually excited to do was he was going to show me how to nail on shingles, because I was a big boy at that point. But that's because it was passed down to me. I'm 5th generation roofing contractor. What it takes to stay in business for 87 years in a small town in South Louisiana where absolutely everybody knows your family name and attaches it to is an eye for quality and paying attention to details. Because if you, in those kind of areas, if you get a bad reputation, you're out of business very quickly. But the fact that my family, when we were in South Louisiana with my father's company, my grandfather's company, business for over 87 years, for 5 generations, and didn't do any advertising at all word of mouth, is a testament to the kind of quality and customer satisfaction that just comes with. I take extremely close to heart to make sure that I continue that quality and that customer satisfaction.
Yeah, terrific. Yeah, awesome. That's awesome stuff. So if we've got people who are watching this video now, and if those folks saw this video and were interested in giving you a call, is there anything special that you would offer them for calling you from seeing this video interview?
Absolutely. Being certified puts us in elite category, puts any roofer in elite category in the geographic region where they're at, because it is the hardest certification to get in the roofing industry. Because so hard, the reason they make it so hard is because the warranty that they offer their certified installers to give with the product is amazing. It basically says that if anything goes wrong with the shingle within the warranty, and everything except one line of their roofing is lifetime now, which means 50 years plus, not only will they pay to replace the shingles, but they pay to replace all of the ancillaries that go along with the product, such as the nails, the flashings, labor, and they will pay for 100% of it at inflationary values. So a lot of times warranties that get applied even with certified installers, if they're honored, they'll only pay for the shingles at cost. So in 30 years, if it fails, they'll pay $1,500. This, in 30 years, whatever the market price is for your roof, they're going to pay for the market price. Now, this is a $150 value because we actually, as a company, and every certified installer has to pay for each and every warranty. If somebody calls in and mentions this video, we'd be glad to give it to them for free.
So, well, folks, you heard it right here. He's willing to save you $150 and get a manufacturer's warranty on your roof. So that's an awesome value, and I would advise anyone watching this video to take Jonathan's advice when it comes to shopping for a roof, no matter where you are in the country. And if you're in Jonathan's area, which is, well, Jonathan, why don't you go ahead and tell them your geographic area that you service?
We service the Dallas-Fort Worth area, anything within the Metroplex there, and within about 20 to 30 miles outside of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex area. But if you're in the DFW Metroplex area, we'll be glad to come out to you.
Terrific, terrific. So I would say that if you're interested in having Jonathan talk to you about some roofing work for you, then you can visit their website, which is right here. It's www.gmconst.com, or you can give Jonathan a call, and we're going to go back to Jonathan right here, and there's his number, 214-295-6213. And Jonathan, I really appreciate you taking the time to do this here today, and I think this advice is going to be very, very helpful for a lot of our viewers. So thank you, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.